I'm Rob.
I'm Jon Snow.
We're the Bostos boys. This was completely unplanned. I threw the shirt on, I went downstairs, and I had my hoodie on. He was like, wait, what shirt are you wearing? And he was like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah, whatever.
Black Panther.
Just watched it.
Black Panther.
Non-spoilers.
Damn it.
If you haven't seen it yet. If you haven't seen it yet.
And you don't want to get and if you don't want to get spoiled, we'll do non-spoiler for a couple minutes.
Yeah. No, really good.
Nah, it's fun.
You go first.
It was like all the other movies that I've seen that I plan on seeing. It's always fun. It really brings about a good cultural aspect of Africa, if you will, and I was really satisfied.
Action, good. Story plot, good. Comedy, good. Music, not outstanding, but good. Acting, good. Very enjoyable. I don't think you necessarily need to have watched like Civil War and then
He was introduced in Civil War.
He was introduced, but you don't necessarily need to have watched that because they kind of refer back to it, and it's not like, oh, I need to watch Avengers and all that. Like, no,
strictly Black Panther.
This is fine. A standalone, like, it's good. Oh man, I almost said a spoiler. Yeah,
it's a good family film. Like, you could take the whole family to see it. There were some kids there, and there were a couple curse words that flipped out here and there, but it was all in perspective of the situation at hand during the scene. And it was appropriate. It was good. Yeah, I liked it.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet, I really, really recommend watching it just because it was that good. Yeah, it was good. And like with everything going on in the world and the whole like black community and everything, it's a good like empowering type of movie also. So that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not.
Oh, then don't say it.
In terms of issues.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because it kind of reflects issues that are going on today that you can compare. And while you're watching the movie and you hear the issues and the point of views of all the protagonists, antagonists, and you'll understand. Like,
there's a few times we were just like,
oh shit. But they have good points. Yeah, really good points. So, are we doing spoilers? Yeah,
it's
about that time.
Alright, so if you haven't watched the movie,
spoiler alert.
This is a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Watch at your own.
Spoiler alert from here on out.
Yeah. Jon Snow makes the Red Wedding. He is the White Wolf.
It just so happens he was wearing that
shirt. Oh my god.
And that is for the after credits.
Oh my god.
The White Wolf.
Someone told me to shut up, and I don't blame her at all. But man, I was like, Jon Snow.
I think they were talking to me.
Is the White Wolf.
Yeah. Like these girls were really annoyed that when Bucky appeared out of the hut, I started clapping. I automatically knew it was no arm. I was like, holy shit, he's awake. And then it took a second for the whole crowd. We actually had a good crowd. Yeah. We had a decent crowd.
Well, we're gonna throw that in the non-spoiled order.
It was a good crowd, yeah. But yeah, like it took a second for the crowd to pick up who it was, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. And then when they said the translation White Wolf, before you say like he was a character or everything, oh, it was bugging out just because I was wearing this. I kept referring to the Jabari tribe as the wildlings, and we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that. But yeah. White Wolf. What were you saying about?
So White Wolf is a prominent, like, okay, Bucky Barnes to Captain America. Yeah. You got, War Machine to Iron Man. She-Hulk to Hulk. White Wolf is actually a character in Marvel, from what I understand. I don't know much about him, but I understand that he is a separate character other than Winter Soldier. In retrospect to the comics, I am strongly sure he is a part of T'Challa's royal family by blood or whatever, but I know he is a part of the family, being a white guy, I believe. And I remember we had all these like comics that I bought from the flea market when I was a kid, and I was a dumbass and like scrapbooked them, and there was a character named the White Wolf, and I remember seeing that his costume-ish was very similar to Black Panther, but being like more crystal white-ish. So I was a little thrown off when they said White Wolf as Bucky. It just goes, they're changing a little bit, but it was still awesome. It's cool how they're incorporating Bucky as the White Wolf beings, taking care of the Wakandan people, and yeah.
I feel because I thought about it when I got home. I was like, what if it's a way for them to bring him into the Black Panther films, and then how like the whole like oh, if Cap dies in Avengers,
what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? Yeah, like
because like if you know what, that makes sense because you know introducing Bucky as the White Wolf could open the door for Sam Wilson as Captain America, even though both Bucky and Sam in their own universes eventually become Captain America as well. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good point.
Yeah. All right, but that was a really cool after credit scene. Back to the movie.
You know,
back to the very beginning of the movie because I had to put it away. When they referenced Tim Hardaway,
Run TMC
in Oakland, California, 1992. Like, I wanted to tell my cousin next to me, I was like, I don't want to. It's just the beginning.
It's too much, yeah.
But yeah, like, shout out Tim Hardaway.
Run TMC. Yeah, his son is doing work.
That was cool.
For the blue and orange right now. Cheers.
So, okay. So you were saying before I cut you off.
They brought like I didn't read the Black Panther comics, but it was just cool how, you know, it's not necessarily an origin, it's a solo film. Him bringing like people from his tribe and all his allies and the mission, the first mission that we saw when they went to Korea, I appreciated that a lot because they were pretty much acting like agents. Yeah. But it's like it's the king. You know, it's like the Top Gun.
Jon Snow.
It is the man or woman up top, leading by example, like doing all the work.
Leading from the front.
Leading from the front. I think that is such a very compelling,
storytelling
aspect to show of a character like King T'Challa and the Black Panther, because you know you got super soldiers and super smart guys and freak experiments and a king, and then there's a god. Well, you know,
Thor's a god.
Thor is a god, but then would he be considered the king of Asgard?
Currently, there's like no more Asgard, so
right. But the people follow him wherever Asgard is a principal. You know where they're going. So you know you got Thor, who's they more so look at him as a god, but you got a king. That is so cool.
One thing that came to mind, I know I'm going towards the end, but when that fight scene when T'Challa's sister and his girlfriend, when they went out, when they had like their gear on to fight, and they had that little shot of like the scenery of like how like the like how it looked, the setting of it. Yeah. Like there was like the field, but then like the actual base. Right. It looked very comparable to the one of the Marvel games that we used to play, where it was like where we used to like, it was always got 4 characters and we
360.
Yeah, when we played in 360.
Marvel Alliance.
Yeah. There was this like when we towards the end of that game, like when you go into Wakanda and like it looked exactly like that, and I'm just like I thought of the video game that in that.
Did we play it on 360?
Yeah.
I remember that because we were able to play our own music in the background. That was cool. I don't remember that particular mission that you're talking about, but
it wasn't a mission. The thing, it was like a home base. Where like you can like roam around and it was like it reminded me of that. And I'm just like how like it was a video game, but this is real life. I'm like holy shit, like that was really fucking cool. That just came into my mind. Anyway, Bucky reference. Ooh, one of my favorite scenes was when he went into the spirit world and he talked to his dad. And it looked like Lion King, like he said that African culture. I was like, yo, like
very Lion King. Like.
And I played Simba when I was 11 years
really
old.
Did.
So that was like it really. And then even like stemming from that scene, like it was like a foreshadow of like of what the conflict was gonna be, where it's like, well, an inner conflict within T'Challa was like his dad said, a good man doesn't make a good king. And then that comes forward when he finds out like his dad killed his brother and left him there and left his nephew there, and T'Challa's cousin. So it's like he did the right thing for his people, but it was like he was like, well, when he went back to the spirit world, he's like, what kind of man does that? You know, that was so like.
Second time he went.
The second time when he got covered in snow.
Right.
Like that was. Oh man, compelling is the word.
Yeah. So I like how the king led from the front. In regards to the king, I feel like one of the reasons he was brought out so good in this movie is because the antagonist, Michael B. Jordan, aka Eric Killmonger, who wasn't really his name. He was the backstory in the movie was that he was nicknamed and Killmonger for his military background. His character, low key, I think he really was like, you know, you got Black Panther and then you got Killmonger, and the other side of the coin that we had to understand so well, because he just brought out that evil, like it's cliche to say typical bad guy, but he was such a good villain. Such a good villain.
I want to add to that, what I really enjoyed, it was like, it's this African culture that T'Challa was like, his character and his persona, where it's like, it's kind of the American, like, almost, I don't know, asshole, like, like, arrogant. I want that throne, like, arrogance. Give me that shit. Yeah, arrogant, that's the word. So it's like, not that I'm for it, but like, I like the clash of the different personalities and culture. It's like it's like,
and he doesn't necessarily represent Americans, you know. It's more of like an American who was brought up through hatred, and you know, it didn't particularly like, he wasn't fueled by race issues, but it was more of, I want the throne so I could use the power to help the people who suffer,
which was his dad's MO or
I feel like we've seen that before. like a Ra's al Ghul type.
Which one?
Dark Knight.
Batman Begins?
Yeah. Well, Ra's al Talia. Kind of.
Oh yeah. Batman Returns.
Yeah.
No, Dark Knight Rises. Something like, whatever. This is another universe. Anyway.
I just like how it was just so.
It was well done though. Like it was well, like, cause when they in the beginning it was like, you're gonna come back with me.
Right.
And then they went to the credits. Okay, his brother went back with him.
And I was like, where is he?
And then they did the flashback, and then he did that because he's still Forrest Whitaker's younger version of himself. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this just got really compelling.
R.I.P. Forrest Whitaker's character.
Did you like the way he died? Yeah, I felt the same way.
I mean, you need that, you know, like a Phil Coulson type. You need the push. And even though it was right at the time when
the Phil Coulson, all he needs a little push. Okay.
Even though it was when T'Challa died, you know, it was more of, they needed that kind of, every movie needs a death, you know.
I just wish it was a little more. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
It was like it happened within like that challenge.
It's like he knew that who he was. We didn't know if he recognized him.
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
He was like something Uncle James or something.
Yeah, but that was right when he killed him. I didn't know that he knew him right from the start. You know what I mean? So when he threw the Uncle James reference, it was like, oh, so he does.
So, yeah, it was a little fast. So the way
there was a lot of stuff going on at the time. So.
Yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of that, but
okay. I mean, I don't know how else they would have done it. He could have been thrown out there. The wildlings were cool.
The Jabbar. The one thing I thought in the car, did they say, like, he originally told T'Challa, like, we won't help you.
Yeah.
And then when he came to help, did he say? I don't remember if he said like why they're helping.
I was wondering that too, but I just had this, for some reason. I was waiting for both of those responses. I was waiting for a response from that guy saying, "Oh, we're not gonna help you," and I was also expecting, "Okay, we'll help you," because he was like joking in the beginning about the vegetarian thing. But there was I just had this gut feeling like they're gonna show up, you know?
Yeah, but it's like it just happened. At least I kind of wish they did like a little dialogue at the end, like, "All right, now you owe me one."
Right.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was something in there where he said why they helped. Cause like he did say like a war cry like when they showed up, but I don't. True. Cause like, when Throne I don't Game of Thrones spoilers when the wildlings and the North were in trouble against Bolton's army and the Knights of the Vale came, so you knew Sansa went for there
to get them.
Yeah, like they made it a point to show that, you know, here.
So it was just a matter of time till they showed up, but they didn't specify that they were gonna help.
Yeah,
like officially, like, even though Sansa showed up with that fucker.
Yeah, but they made it. They showed like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And here it's like I kind of wish they They spoke. Maybe they'll bring it up in Black Panther 2.
Or at least given like a, he said, I'm not gonna help, but then maybe an extra few seconds of T'Challa just staring at him, and then he just, in a facial expression, reconsiders and makes it seem like we assume.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that we would help. But they didn't do that. They didn't. It would have been better if they did.
So, I really, just thinking of that, I kind of like that little like Civil War they had.
Yeah.
That was really, that was like when his friend, the guy from Get Out, and he say attack, and he paused. He's like, alright, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And they get, and I was like,
I kind of saw it.
I was like, oh shit, like, I was like, oh my god, oh, okay, like, whew, alright. And this takes place like a week, 2 weeks after Civil War, like the movie.
It just so happened, yeah. I like the rhinos.
Yeah.
The rhinos are cool.
So,
didn't see it coming at all.
And T'Challa died, and then his sister and his mom and his girlfriend went running, and his sister was like, Dad died, now he died. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. That's when it clicked, like, yo, like, these guys
are going through
this family lost their father, then they think they lost their brother. It's like, holy crap, this is, whew. But speaking of the sister, probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
Low key.
Like, not low key for me. Like, I really enjoy that
actress.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can you imagine throwing her into a room with Peter Parker, Tony Stark, and Bruce Banner? That conversation that they would have about science and technology.
Yeah. So I just what the actress did and just what the character. It was like lighthearted, but she like gets the job done. Yeah. And funny, but like alright, I'm good.
They have a really good brother sister chemistry.
So one of probably my favorite character.
I believe it or not, I think my character is Killmonger. Gotta be.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't at first. I was like, they gave him the Navy SEAL background, man. But I was like, he's put it on for like a USA type. You know, he's growing up in Oakland. He's so filled with anger and rage. Very, you know, I keep saying cliche, but it's like typical. You know, a typical Western villain, if you will.
Western, that's right.
Westernized villain, a colonizing villain.
So his new suit, the purple one, she made it a point to say like, this is, you get kinetic energy when you get hit. Did the gold suit have any powers?
Same thing.
Is that what she said?
Well, it showed too that it was absorbing energy and he was able to reflect it back in the fights. But I don't remember her actually saying that.
Okay, alright.
I feel like they were both the same. It's just the gold stood out more. That's why he chose the purple.
Okay, all right.
The black.
I can get.
They were both like compressed into the necklaces.
Okay.
And it's so weird. It's so weird that I see that because I actually have been seeing so many ads, sponsored ads on Instagram about that necklace. And I was like, should I buy or should I not? I actually bought something else, Black Panther related. It'll come in a couple weeks. So. Okay.
So we mentioned in our non-spoilers the politics part.
Yeah.
The thing, one of the quotes that I remember, and it's not verbatim, was like, why would we help people when we can't like help ourselves type thing?
Yeah.
Or like, they use the word refugees, and I immediately thought like, what's going on?
I thought when he was talking to the Get Out guy in the beginning, when it was like keeping people outside, I felt like that's a reference to the wall. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa. That's when I was like, ooh.
Yeah. But T'Challa said that, right?
No, the other guy. Yeah, he did. He did, and that's why I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's like he put it in a way that it's very intellectual and very cultural type, like preserving your culture. Yeah. Versus, you know, how it could be looked at in a political view outside. So I just thought, I was like, ooh, they're pushing buttons there. Yeah. In the end, you know, when at the first after credit scene, he's talking about opening up to the world. Yeah. Where the world doesn't know what they have. Kind of like a North Korea, China type. Or
I didn't see it like that.
Like when China had closed, when the doors were still closed to Imperial China, and then they like say in the 80s they opened it up and people saw what China was like. So like the UN scene, it's basically they're showing the world what a country of farmers have as a third world country when they're probably the most technologically advanced. When that scene happened, I thought of this game called Homefront.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was a game where North Korea was basically developing their weapons. Somehow they had the funding and essentially invaded the US.
Right.
And yeah, that's what I thought of. For some reason, it's weird.
Yeah, I wish I took notes and I would. He said he had a line in the first after credits scene that was really like, oh, okay, like that's a good statement, but I really forgot.
Well, he's a king.
Yeah.
A king / president / prime minister of the 5-tribe country of Wakanda.
No, he just said a line that it was had to do with like leadership and
yeah.
And yeah, I just forgot. But it was really like, oh, that's so good.
Well, he's doing a lot. You know, he's a warrior, king / politician, and he has to run a country and still play spy, special agent. You know.
See, now I wonder like. Now this is just like now we're like theorizing like if his dad like ever was in contact with Shield. Like,
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like
absolutely, pretty sure.
Because even then, if we think back to the first Captain America when they got the vibranium shield, it's just
how did they get that vibranium?
Yeah, like that's something interesting that
I'm pretty sure deep in the comics because Captain America is actually one of T'Challa's best allies, and I'm pretty sure characters. They probably did backstories in later comics about how Wakandans worked with agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, that's comics, Yeah. I want to see it in the movie, like the movie universe. Oh yeah. Because it's two different universes.
Or maybe he could reference it in in Infinity War.
Yeah. I kind of want to like just theorize. I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
So, hold on. I'm trying to think. I kept calling the Jabari people wildlings.
Yeah, because I didn't see that coming. How they lived in like the altitude change, I guess, in the mountains, and it was snowing, and I never thought that there would be snow in Africa, which I'm just that stupid. But yeah, if it's mountains and
Everett Ross was actually in this more than I expected.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I knew he was gonna be in it, but I didn't know he was gonna be like helping and. Even when he was like ready to risk his life, like
almost 50%, almost like that could have been Agent Coulson if he didn't leave the MCU.
So that was kind of cool. The Claw guy, I'm not happy with the way he died.
Yeah.
Just cause he was like, I don't want to go to Wakanda. All right, bam.
Yeah.
I get it's like his name is Killmonger, but.
It was more so of showing Killmonger how his character was going to go back.
Yeah.
And that was basically his key to going back.
Okay, alright.
And I'm pretty sure the writers had no other choice. Like, I guess we're killing him off.
Yeah.
How should we do it? Put a bullet in his chest. No big deal. So. I think he could. I think him and Sleepy Eye could have gone away. Could have gotten better kills. Yeah.
But oh well.
I forgot his name. I forgot what his name was in Rogue One. So
Zuri was his name in this.
Zuri, yeah.
In this.
You know who I think could have pulled that off that character as an actor?
Which one?
Lawrence Fishburne could have done that well.
Well, he's in another Marvel movie.
Ooh.
I try to stay back from like watching it again just so I can let it soak in. But I know there was a scene with his sister before they went to Korea where I was like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. I don't know. I gotta.
Maybe when she was showing him the weapons.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily that. It was like a character development type scene. Where they were talking and I was just like...
Before they went to Korea?
Yeah, I think it was before they went to Korea and I just remember thinking like, this is my favorite scene in the movie. And it was only like 30 minutes in. So I just have to watch it again at some point, not soon because I'm still busy with school.
I have one thing, but they showed Black Panther a lot in the Infinity War trailer, and you know, with Bucky.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like there's gonna be a scene in Infinity Wars where, you know, when the calling comes and Thanos' army arrives. I remember this, if you're watching this and you see Infinity Wars, if this happens, you could think of me. But there will be probably the scene where he tells the council to get Captain
Get this man a
shield. That'll probably be the same scene where they unite all the tribes.
Okay.
Remember that if you see this.
Okay.
If that's the scene and there's a line there that goes somewhere along the line of, and now we have to unite the tribes.
Yeah.
I will sit back and be like, called it. Because that Wakanda and the tribes, that is it's so cool. You know, I know of traditions like that where, you know, you fight for the throne.
Yeah,
and then you fight for the throne and you unite the tribes.
Game of Thrones, man.
That too.
The Night King is coming.
Yeah.
Thanos. Okay, so the thing that crash landed in Wakanda, is that supposed to be an Infinity Stone? Is it powered? Is it supposed to be like powered from an Infinity Stone?
It possibly could be.
Okay.
Well, we don't know which one.
Because I remember, I think you were the one that was making a theory like, oh no, maybe not you. Maybe it was probably another YouTube channel where they were like, oh, the Infinity War will probably start in
Wakanda.
No, it will probably start in like New York, and then they find out the last Infinity Stone he has to get is in Wakanda, which is why they have all the tribes uniting, and then they had that one shot of like everyone running, but they're probably hiding the Guardians and Thor and Doctor Strange in that
Iron
one
Man,
shot.
Yeah.
So.
Word.
Like.
Yeah, because how they hid Spider-Man from that last, you know, showdown in Civil War.
They're probably hiding.
They're definitely. Oh, you're right. They're definitely hiding.
No, I think it goes back. If the Wakanda, if it's power from another Infinity Stone, like they didn't say it.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't remember which Infinity Stones we've seen already, because I think there's the one in the Tesseract.
Yeah, okay.
There's the one from Ragnarok. No. The second Dark World. The Aether. Then there's the one from Guardians.
Yes.
That's
the Power.
Then
Vision.
Where did the Mind Stone come from?
That's Loki Scepter.
Okay, Loki Scepter. That's 4. So we're missing 2 more. Because it's 5. Is it only 5? Because it goes.
No, Doctor Strange. Time Stone. That's
right.
5.
So there's 1 more. Because it's. I know it goes. It goes on the knuckles, and then it goes. There's like one in the middle.
That's probably the one that had to get in Wakanda.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be dope.
Oh my god. All right.
Closing thoughts. Out of 10.
I'm like, I don't know. I gotta let it sit with me a night, cause I want to give it an 8, but.
It could be a fair 9 also.
Yeah, that's why, like,
I think, do you have any, besides the death, do you have any pet peeves about it? The only other issue that I had was, there was some CGI that was too cartoony, but it's like, the movie was too good at that point to ridicule it. It was, in the scene when, it was the final fight between Killmonger and T'Challa, when they were inside the mountain on the subway rail. And it was just, God, I feel like I'm watching Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, really? That's how you felt?
Yeah, I was like, oh, come on.
Okay.
But deep inside, you know, my open-mindedness was like, it's still a good movie.
Yeah. If I try to, like, really think about and nitpick, like, it kind of takes away from, like, the initial, like, excitement. Yeah. Like, even the deaths, like, I was just like, I wish it was better, but whatever, I'm enjoying it.
That's pretty much what I was like, well, I saw the CGI, I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, like it just like it's like little nitpicky things where it's just like it didn't ruin the movie for me. It was just like I wish it was a little bit better, but fuck it, like this is fucking awesome.
I'm pretty sure that was straight up green room.
Yeah,
straight up green room.
So,
I was hoping they would, you know, like they changed how the white wolf is. I was hoping deep inside that Killmonger would be like,
I'm the
all right, let's do it. Like, save me, and maybe they could, you know, help change his mentality and spirituality or whatever, and make him more of a good guy. And maybe he'd be one of the characters that they weren't showing in Infinity Wars. He could have been standing like right beside Bucky.
I think that's pushing it. True. I think that's pushing it because it's
a lot.
It's not Avengers Black Panther. It's Avengers Infinity War. You know?
Yeah, but then like War Machine is in it and Bucky's in it. You know, these are side characters, and Falcon's in it. These are guys from.
Yeah, but it's like they're like already established and everything.
That's true.
You know, like this, like.
Or are they? And Captain Marvel is the Wasp in the trailer.
Okay, well, here's a theory. Oh, we're going into theories now. Remember, there was a shot where it was Cap, Romanoff, and Vision. Vision was behind Romanoff.
Yeah.
There's a theory that Captain Marvel is behind Captain America.
Yeah. Agent Danvers. That's her name. That's Captain Marvel's name.
Is it?
It's so
Danvers?
weird. Danvers, yeah.
Shout out to anyone who watches Supergirl.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because besides Doctor Strange in the Infinity War trailer, T'Challa got some good times in there too. Like, he was in there like 3 or 4 times. And Doctor Strange is like, all right, we get it. Doctor Strange and Benedict Wong are in Infinity War.
Whatever. It's 11:05. I gotta go to sleep soon.
Yeah, I'll probably edit.
I gotta shower. So, all right. I
gotta wake up early.
Score right now. I'll say 8. When I wake up, maybe it'll be a 9. Maybe it'll be 8.5. Maybe it'll stay at 8.
I think I'm in between 8 and 8.5, and those are really high scores. Those are really high scores. How would you rank it among other Marvels? Movies?
I gotta let it sit. This is still like.
That's true.
Cause like, I remember, like when we watched Winter Soldier, like there was a span of that year, like.
It was the best movie.
It was the best movie I ever felt.
I mean, I really love Guardians, and Guardians is a top 5 movie for me. I think this might have gone ahead of it. I think more so because it's on Earth, and you could relate more politically to it also. But I think what wins it over for me versus Guardians is the cultural and agricultural, like the cultural aspect of it. You know, it's something outside of Marvel that we've seen in terms of this movie pretty much represents like a culture, you know. And I was thinking about like Ace Ventura when nature calls, because not for nothing, I was a young kid when I saw Ace Ventura, and when I saw Ace Ventura Nature Calls, that was pretty much my opening to African culture.
Hey, ain't no shame in that.
And I was like, wow, people are really like that, where they wear, you know, bones and stuff for clothes, and they make music and stuff, and they live in huts. I said, whoa, this is dope. I feel like this is a really good representation of, you know, the African continent. So I just hope people appreciate it as much as I do.
I can't. I gotta let it sit a little bit. I can't like say it like right now, like an hour and a half, not even like 30 minutes removed from leaving the theater. So
yeah, this is one of you know, in spite and a little bias, I kind of like this movie better than all the Iron Man movies. I'm not an Iron Man fan to begin with, so I think it's easy for me to put it ahead of it. It might be up there with the Thor movies too. It hasn't passed. I mean, I have to see it a couple more times to see if it's up there with the Captain America movies.
That's why it's just like Winter Soldier. I just remember
Winter Soldier was just
okay. Back to let's not.
So Black Panther, I give it a strong 8. Maybe it'll be 8.5 or 9 tomorrow. Yeah, because Winter Soldier was a 9 for me. Winter Soldier and the first Avengers.
Okay, all right.
We're 9s.
We're good. Anyway, thank you for watching. I got a shower.
Adios, Rob.
I'm John.
Bastos boys.
He is the White Wolf.
I was trying to wear this shirt.
The king in the north.
But the light was covering my face. So, adios. Thanks for watching. Whoever watches this. Is it clear?
I think.
Let me see it again. Shit. Yeah, it's pretty clear.